Hey, welcome back everybody. Welcome back to Isolation Libations. I'm Joey Joyce. I'm your bartender. This is episode number 63 and I'm back. I'm back in Bend. Look, Juniper proves it. I'm back in Bend. Had a great month in California and Arizona. Thank you, Brian Chartrand, so much for letting me stay at your place. We had a really good time. It was a blast. Hopefully I can get back there before too long because we had a really good time. I think Brian had fun. Pina coladas, come on, man. Again, let's talk about Brian Chartrand. That's why we're doing these cocktails to pair along with Brian's music. So he does a happy half hour every weeknight at 5 o'clock on Facebook.com/Brian Chartrand Music. It's great music. He's been playing around with some new material, some new original stuff, new covers. It's really fun. That guy is trucking, man. He's got to be closing in on 70. He's kind of stretched the gap ahead of me now because I'm on 63. Granted, we have 2 lost episodes that will never air unless something magical happens. But anyway, speaking of Brian, he's on in about 10 minutes. So I'm going to do something real simple. You can hear the lovely Dubliners and the Pogues, Irish music. I am desperately missing Ireland right now. This time of year, if some of you who know me know that I'm usually in Ireland at this time of year, visiting my sister who lives out there. And I'll go with my dad and we'll cruise around Ireland. She lives outside of Galway. It's the best. I miss it so much. That's my favorite country. So anyway, I thought we'd do something real simple, real straightforward. Boilermaker. Some of you, this is like old hat. Yeah, of course you know what Boilermaker is. Some of you might not. Boilermaker is a shot of whiskey and a beer. They say it comes from the 1800s. The literal Boilermakers, the workers who would be making the boilers for like locomotives, steam locomotives or steamships. After work, going to the pub. You've been working in, I'm sure, horrible conditions, hot, sweaty, loud, gross. You need something to take the edge off. So you order a shot and a beer. Take that shot and then quench your thirst with a beer. Makes perfect sense. Now there's a lot of discrepancies on how to properly do a Boilermaker. Here are some of the ones I've heard or have experienced. Shoot the shot of whiskey, chug the beer. Shoot the shot of whiskey, sip the beer. Take the shot of whiskey, drop it into the beer. Chug said beer and whiskey. Take a drink from your can or bottle of beer, pour a little whiskey in there, continue to drink. Now, mine's probably the not as aggressive version that I like to do. I just like to sip my whiskey and sip my beer and enjoy them both, how they complement each other. It's a great pairing. It's a great way to like a food pairing. Like, wow, this whiskey really complements this beer. It's a fun thing to do. It's really simple, yet you can find some magical combinations. We used to do that at Livestock Tavern in Hawaii a lot. Whenever we get a new whiskey, kind of find what beer works with best. And it's cool. It doesn't have to, the traditional whiskey and beer. You can do a Geneva with I like it with an IPA. You can pair Amaros or gins with different beers. There's really, the options are endless. I think the same song is playing. I like it. Hopefully it doesn't bother you because we're hearing it twice. All right, so anyway, doing a really classic combo. My personal favorite combo, Guinness, my favorite beer, hands down. And then Powers, Irish whiskey. Now, this is the first I've had. They changed their bottle. They changed their packaging. I'm just old. I like the old bottles. I'm sure it's great. I'm sure I'll grow to get used to it. But I love the old bottle. It just, that's what I knew. And we fear change. So I'm slightly afraid. But as long as this will taste the same, I'll learn to love the new shape. So the reason, let's check my watch. We got time? Oh yeah. Let's talk real quick about Irish whiskey. I don't know if I have enough time for this. Real basic ones, all right? So if you think of single malt Scotch, usually double distilled. Irish whiskey, typically triple distilled. Makes a little bit lighter, a little bit smoother, a little bit more approachable whiskey. Now, most of the stuff like the Powers Gold Label, Jameson, Tullamore Dew, Bushmills, these are going to be blended Irish whiskeys. So it's a mix of single pot still and grain whiskeys. Let's not get into single pot still right now. Let's tackle that at a later date. But it is a distinct Irish style, and it's amazing, it's fantastic. But it's considered kind of like the top echelon of Irish whiskeys. Now, all these, like I mentioned, Powers, Jameson, Tullamore Dew, they will have some single pot still within their blend. Typically, the amount of the single pot still that is in these blended ones, the higher the amount of single pot still, the higher the quality, the better the taste, in my opinion. And Powers has traditionally been known to have a higher amount of single pot still within their blended line. So I think that's why I like it the best. But Powers, hands down for me, over all those that I just mentioned, is my favorite. So a Boilermaker. Let's talk about these glasses real quick. These are from Brian. These are from Germany. These are super, super cool grappa glasses or schnapps glasses. And I feel very classy having my Boilermaker in this. You can see I'm not jiggering, I'm not measuring. I know that that bubble is 2 ounces. And plus, it's not a cocktail. It doesn't matter. You just pour how much you want to have. And then the Guinness. I've seen a lot of things online of different ways to properly pour from a can of Guinness. Some say to invert fully and then just like chug it out. The Guinness website says just to pour at a 45-degree angle. I'm gonna do that. Yeah. So that's the widget releasing a little bit of beer and the nitrous and carbon dioxide. And you know, nothing will beat a Guinness on tap in Ireland. A Guinness draft in Ireland is heaven. It is heaven. But sometimes you gotta make do with what you have, and we got it in the can. You can see you still get the nice little like cascade. That's cool. It's settling a bit. I still got some left in the can. So we'll let that settle a bit before I top it off. But then, yeah, you just sip them, enjoy it. It's a beautiful combo. Put on some great Dubliners. Any fantastic Irish music will do. But cheers. Powers, man. It's just smooth, easy, nice malt balance. A little bit like orange peel happening in there. Delicious. All right, it's a new song. That's good. Woo, sop it up. Make a shamrock on there. No, I can't do that. All right, and that's it. That is your Boilermaker. It's a little messy, but hey, I'm just back in town. I drove for 17 hours straight, took a little break, and then drove for another 6 hours. I'm allowed to be a little sloppy, a little lazy right now. But this week we're back, man. I'll be making some more cocktails, some more isolation libations to pair with Brian's music. That looks good. I got Guinness on my nose and my beard. Well, cheers again, everybody. Good to be back. But I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, there goes my can. Sláinte.